A bombshell report from the Vatican acknowledging that beloved former Pope John Paul II knew about sex abuse allegations against Theodore McCarrick before naming him Archbishop of Washington, D.C., and promoting him to Cardinal, a prince of the church, in 2001.
The second villain here is, I'm afraid we got to say, a climate that held priests above the law.
Timothy Cardinal Dolan reacting to the report after its release. Incredibly, the New York-born McCarrick had spoken out against sex abuse of minors when the priest scandal erupted in 2002.
I can't see how anyone in the United States today would cover up something like that.
It was New York's archdiocese that received a credible complaint in 2018 about McCarrick and a former altar boy from the 1960s that was sent to the Vatican. McCarrick, now 90, started his career as a priest here.
Everybody in New York knew about McCarrick.
Former Newark priest Robert Hodson, who's been hounding the Catholic Church for years to credibly address priest sex abuse of minors and young men, said the revelations about John Paul, who was made a saint soon after his death, may hurt his standing in the church. The Vatican investigated allegations McCarrick hosted sleepovers at his Jersey Shore beach house for high school boys when he was Bishop of Metuchen in the early 80s, and later young seminarians when he was Archbishop of Newark. Mark Crawford told us he was abused as a teen by McCarrick's priest secretary and even held a meeting with then Archbishop McCarrick.
He told me I was the first sexual abuse victim to sit with him and help him understand, and that he would not abandon me. They kept trying to offer money for my silence.
He was immensely talented at deceiving, manipulating, charming, lying, and it worked.
The current Pope Francis was not singled out for any blame, but the church has paid out billions in lawsuit money in the last 2 decades. Up until January this year, ex-Cardinal McCarrick was living among Franciscan friars in Kansas. But he left, anticipating that the Vatican investigation would unleash a torrent of publicity. He's now said to be living in a secluded community of former priests who, like him, were removed from ministry. I'm Mary Murphy, Pix 11 News.